If you're about to wire 10% for a property in Jamaica, pause. Because that deposit does not mean the property is yours. And if the deal is not structured properly, you could lose your money, stall for years, or buy from someone who does not even have legal authority to sell. I've seen doctors, executives, business owners, Jamaicans living in New York, Toronto, London, extremely successful people make avoidable mistakes when buying property in Jamaica. Why? Because they assume the system works the same way it does abroad. It does not. Buying property in Jamaica is not a transaction. It is a legal process. And if you skip the sequence, the system will stop you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to buy property in Jamaica the right way, so your name ends up on title cleanly, legally, and without future problems. Hi, I'm Sophia Bryan, attorney at law at the Law Boss firm in Kingston, Jamaica. We help Jamaicans at home and in the diaspora handle property and estate matters the right way, so you can make confident decisions, avoid costly mistakes, and protect what you're building. This video is general information, not legal advice for your specific situation. But if you stay with me, you will understand what mistakes buyers make, what can go wrong, and what the proper process actually looks like. Because the goal isn't activity, the goal is completion. The goal is your name on title. The most expensive mistake is paying a deposit before your attorney reviews the agreement for sale and before proper checks are done, especially for overseas buyers. Someone says pay now or lose the deal. So you wire the money, but you haven't confirmed who is legally authorized to sell. You haven't confirmed the state of the title. You haven't checked for encumbrances, caveats, mortgages, unpaid taxes, or probate issues. If something is wrong, recovering your deposit can become complicated and time-consuming. Structure first, money second. The second mistake is assuming that because the seller shows you a copy of a title, everything is fine. A title can exist and still have serious problems. There can be a registered mortgage, there can be a caveat, there can be restrictions on the land, there can be multiple owners who have not all consented to the sale. The property may have been inherited and probate has not yet even been granted. A title is not a guarantee, it is a document that must be investigated. Another belief I need you to drop immediately is this: signed agreement for sale means you own the property. It does not. Ownership is legally established when transfer is properly executed, required taxes are paid, documents are stamped, the transfer is lodged, and the title reflects your name as the registered proprietor. The finish line is registration, not signing, not paying. Registration. So what happens when buyers skip the process? First, deposits get stuck. If issues arise after signing, your money can be tied up for months, sometimes requiring legal action to recover. Second, registration can stall. If taxes are mishandled or documents are incomplete, the transfer does not move forward properly at the National Land Agency. Your name never appears on title. Third, you can buy from someone who lacks authority. If the property was inherited and probate has not been granted, the person selling may not legally have power to transfer ownership. Fourth, mortgage financing can collapse. Banks require clean title and proper documentation. Any issue discovered late can delay or derail financing. And finally, future disputes become more likely. If ownership is not clean now, it becomes a bigger issue when you try to sell, transfer, or leave the property to your children. Property problems in Jamaica compound. They do not disappear. Now let's talk about the better way. Not panic, not pressure, not my family is handling it. A structured legal pathway. Authority, due diligence, agreement, tax compliance, execution, registration. Step 1. Confirm authority to sell. Before the price, before deposit, before excitement, we confirm who is listed on title. We confirm whether the property is registered land. We confirm whether there are multiple owners. If anyone is deceased, we confirm whether probate or letters of administration have been granted. We confirm whether there is a mortgage or restriction. If authority is unclear, the deal pauses, because if the seller cannot legally transfer ownership, nothing matters. Step 2, conduct proper due diligence. This includes a title search, reviewing encumbrances, confirming boundaries, checking property tax status, verifying there are no ongoing disputes affecting the land. Due diligence protects your deposit, especially if you are overseas and relying on documents rather than physical presence. Step 3, draft and review the agreement for sale properly. A solid agreement clearly defines the property description, the purchase price, the deposit terms, the completion timeline, conditions such as mortgage approval, allocation of taxes, and what happens if either party defaults. The deposit should be held in trust, not casually transferred. This is where clarity is locked in. Step 4, taxes and execution. Transfer tax, stamp duty, registration fees, and legal fees must be properly calculated and handled. If taxes are miscalculated or unpaid, registration stalls. Structure continues through execution. And finally, registration. The transfer is lodged, the National Land Agency processes the documents, the title is updated, your name appears as the registered proprietor. That is ownership. That is what you are paying for. Let me give you the mindset shift that will save you money. Buying property is not about securing a good deal. It is about securing clean legal ownership. Clean title matters more than price. Structure matters more than speed. Informed buyers move with verification, not pressure. If you are buying property in Jamaica and want to make sure it is done properly, we can help. Click the link around this video to book a free 15-minute evaluation call. Let's make sure your name ends up on title properly, legally, and without future problems.